Well, Mayuresh Joshi is now joining us to make sense of some stock moves. Just looking at some names, by the way, just pull out the chart of Sri Renuka Sugar. Just the last few minute chart of Sri Renuka Sugar. That stock is up 13.5%, and big moves happening on that stock right now. There it is. And most of that move has happened post 3 p.m. Mayuresh, hi, good afternoon. Any views on Sri Renuka?
Afternoon, Anuj. No, I think the general theme that has been driving sugar stocks, including Sri Renuka, obviously has been the ethanol expansion that most of these players have been undergoing. And with ethanol expanding at a significant rate and capacity as well, we're probably looking at realizations improving quite significantly. On the other hand, on the international scenario, what you're looking in terms of the Brazil crop and the international prices per raw sugar, along with what we've probably seen both in terms of the MSP and the FRP prices when it comes to sugar here. I think the sugar inventories for the next sugar season as a carry forward should be far lesser than we've probably seen in the last 2 years. And with the ethanol mix, both B and C variants as well, and better realizations, that is effectively going to play out very, very positively in terms of their balance sheets as well. So I think all these factors probably aiding sugar stocks, including Sri Renuka as well.
I mean, from the day's high, it's actually a decent kind of pullback, although it's still up 180 points, 190 points. So you'll still describe this as a very strong market, but it was stronger. The high was at about 1255 or so around that time, about 17,900 or so, and we're at about 75 odd points lower. But the bulk of the fall has started at about 3 o'clock. When the market started giving up some of these gains. By the way, in the US, you've got the 10-year, which is pushing above the 3.5% level, and the 2-year. I'm talking about US Treasuries, government securities. The 10-year, the 2-year is back above 4%. It was above 4% overnight, and then it kind of closed right under it, and we are seeing a push up once again. Now, Mayuresh, hi, afternoon. Thanks very much for joining in. What else is on your radar, Mayuresh, in terms of things that one can bet on from here on? I mean, we've seen a very sharp move, and as Gautam Dugat of Motilal was also telling us, I mean, valuations are punchy across the board, so you have to have time on your side. A slightly longish view from here.
Well, absolutely. Afternoon, Prashant. No two ways about it. So I think the two themes that we have been consistently pursuing are capital goods and hotels and leisure as a space. Yes, valuations have become a little bit expensive considering longer-term averages, but I think these two themes should work wonderfully. I think out of these two themes, the ideations that we've got at MarketSmith India, action construction equipment is something that we like from the capital goods equipment theme. Cranes obviously a significant component in terms of their top line. Construction equipment, agricultural equipment, and material handling substitute almost 25-30 odd % of the remaining revenue. Balance sheet looks very, very strong. Cash on books. You've probably seen top line growth improve in this quarter compared to the COVID period last year as well, with margin expansion happening from 10.1% last year to 12.55%. Now, in that transcript, and as we obviously know, I think the kind of capex that will come through, whether it's ports, roads, highways, housing, is going to be quite significant, and equipment manufacturing players, including ACE, are going to benefit quite significantly. No significant capex and sufficient amount of land on their books. So I think action construction is something that we continue to like. The hotel and leisure theme, pure unlock theme, still continuing at a very, very rapid pace in terms of price movement across stocks within this space. But Mahindra Holidays is something that we still continue to like at MarketSmith India. Specifically, I think what management has alluded to in their results as well. Significant expansion in terms of rooms. Member additions have been very, very strong in northwards of 3,800, cumulative base at 4,70,000. Cash-rich balance sheet at 1,172 odd crores onto their books. PBT margin expansion to 15% from 10% a year back. And obviously, I think all these factors leading to operating leverage in terms of strong earnings delivery and all the parameters that we probably track. I think because they're similarly priced, I think we've got a risk management strategy in terms of stop losses, because that's what we do at O'Neill of around 260 or 262.
Got it.
So I think these
okay,